Maybe Dr. Sak, you please make a welcome speech to our first Vietnamese student.
First Vietnamese student.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. We start now.
Yes, please. Yeah,
Hang on, I've lost.
Yes.
Yes, we're fine.
Thank you, all of us to join today. Yeah, right. Dr. Thani, Dr. Thani, Dr. Pat, please translate for me.
Okay.
Please help us.
Yes, I'm not doctor yet.
Let Dr. Om help. Yep.
Okay, Dr. Om, please help.
Dr. Sak, I would like you to speak English, and then I can translate in Thai for them.
Thank you.
Very good. I think your English is very good, and then I like that the founder from Florida.
Maybe not good in English, but I try to express some things about BOU for you. Yeah, right.
Yes, please.
We are welcome to be a student at BOU. BOU is found at the USA, Florida state. I would like to be a university is online and distance learning. We think that it's different for the all university, and then we cannot use the university method in Thailand or in the every country in ASEAN, because we think the university, our university is different, and is the other concepts with the people and with the university, right?
Right.
Is to translate English to English.
Understand. Well understood. Dr. Sak, so far so good. Please go ahead.
What is the difference? I would like to tell you one. The difference is maybe finish the education for 1 semester or 4 months. Right? Is the two, you will write. We will write about your success or your work, not academy, not the classroom, but is your success in your life or in your work, right? And your life or your work is to be write document to present with the committee of BOU to yeah, right.
เอาไปให้ดีกว่า
เชิญอาจารย์โอมพัฒน์ช่วยเสริมหน่อยดิ
Yes. I think I like to use the case of Tam. When I learned that Tam is the purser, and I look up the responsibility of the purser, she would be number one captain in crew service for the flight. And we would like Tam to write about her success. How did you become the purser? Because not every crew member can become a purser, but you must be somebody different, special, among maybe 20% of the crew member that can climb up to become the leader of the flight service. And you could write about your strategy, your methodology, what you have done to be there. I think this is a good success story, for example, if you choose to write along this line, So more or less, our university would like to promote lifelong learning through the first step in knowing your success and write down that success for other people to learn. Because I'm sure that the crew member will learn from you, including you could become a trainer in the future from this writing. I would like to say that Bodhisattva University, which is officially accredited by the Florida State in the US under the Division of Religious Study, promote the so-called inside-out education from the learner, not outside in. You know, when I talk about outside in, that means, like Dr. Sat mentioned, you go and do some research, do a literature review, you learn from the other, and trying to formulate their success into the conceptual model. But we would like you to create your own, you know, from yourself, your own conceptual model. I think that's the way Bodhisattva has been doing. And a lot of people believe in his Dr. Sak philosophy and value, like Dr. Thani. He looked after the Thai graduate in a number of 100, more than 100 so far, and very experienced in conducting and advising the student writing for their bachelor degree, master degree, and PhD. He will be with us, and I appreciate his acceptance to be part of our team to supervise TAM work. I think that's I would like to summarize. Maybe a little bit too long, Dr. Sak, but that's what I believe in Bodhisattva, in a message. Good, Dr. Sak. Do you like to add anything more, Dr. Sak? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I closed my microphone. Yeah. We maybe have some subject to be how to learn, and the subject is some subject is about the concepts. Some concepts this is important for your study, and the more important is the subject for how to learn, such as what is the concept of your topic, the collections, the data, the summary of your data that you would like to learn. Yeah, right. This is some subject that is add up the cost, our cost, right. But the most important of us is your document to present. I think is important. Yeah, right. Okay.
I see Mr. Joe hand up. Yeah, do you have a question? Please ask.
Josh.
Josh, okay.
Josh, unmute. You're on mute. Josh, unmute. No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm not in. Come on.
Thank you. I'm very happy when you tell me you write about my story, about my job and my career. And I hope that all the doctor will help me to write down about my career.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we have a clearer idea now of the direction to take and the philosophy behind that. And perhaps as the way I see it, it's an analysis actually of the struggles, the philosophy. How did she overcome these things on the path to success? What was it? Was it the determination, the hard work? How did she progress from just being a lowly staff member to the rank of head purser in charge of everyone? This is the essence of it, as far as I can understand. Correct me if I'm, wrong.
Excuse me. I have known that the Belkis Cha have have to show need to show your presentation, right?
Yes, I was told that I'm also here to be part of the team, and I'm really honored to be here with everyone. So thank you for inviting me, and I'm honored to see everyone. So yes, I have a presentation, but I think we're in the middle of asking a question. Christopher just asked a question to Joss. How did you? Yes, did you? I'm not sure if it was.
I was really just wanting to clarify that our understanding of the meaningful aspects of this is that her biography, her dissertation on her life and success, and how she climbed up the ladder to success. What were the guiding philosophies that enabled her to succeed? What did she do? The hard work, the commitment, her personal relationships with the staff, management skills. What was it? An analysis of that.
All right.
That's my understanding, and hopefully that is correct.
I understand you. I'm not sure if she just left actually, so she's not there to answer.
No, she's still there. She's still there. She's sitting next to Mr. Josh. She's next to Josh.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
Just trying to push the dogs up.
Hello.
The dogs are just barking like crazy. So she'll be
Okay.
back in a sec.
Okay, Chris, I would like to say that maybe I would sum up what you just mentioned in one term is leadership. You know, maybe we can look at leadership different model to be part of her writing, and that he can choose, you know, which one that lead her to success. And by the way, I had invited Belkis because I would like her to participate, not only this time, but maybe in the future that we could have a portion of her peace education materials to present it to our audience, you know. But today, I don't think we have time for Belkis, you know, for her presentation, just to observe and experience our first meeting with Ham and the team. And maybe she can spend a few minutes later on at the end about peace education in big picture. And we go more on detail in the next meeting that we will meet each other. But I would like now to continue
sorry, Dr. Can I just say something?
That I would like Pat to be a moderator with Dr. Tani to present the sample of the paper that you prepare for our meeting today.
Hi, but I understand that based on that we set the agenda. Tam today will present the role of person in carbon group, right? It should be that way first, and then we understand what she does, and then we help to see how the paper will work based on her works or her works experience or what he like, what she think that is her success in her work. The sequence I have sent to you, that it should be the presentation of the role of person in carbon group. But I would like to hear from her first before we will discuss the way of the success story.
Yes, let me say this, Pat and Josh and Tam and Chris. I use the personal success as one example, but it depends on Tam to write about her success for this bachelor degree. It could be a success of raising the two children to achieve a high standing in the school, or her participation in the village, in the community where she lives, or her success from childhood, that she could enter the airline, you know, and how she did it, or becoming purser is another example. Anything that she consider as a success of herself that she can write, you know. So I would like to use purser, just one example.
In such case, it should be okay. This now, it should be of time to decide what is her success story to write in the paper before we discuss and advise what is the format and what to say and what to do in her paper, right?
I believe Tam already sent over one draft copy of her first chapter. I think she has already submitted that. Is that correct, Tam?
Microphone, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Tam?
sorry. Now you want you want to tell about the protein every day when I go to the company, right?
Maybe it's nice to hear from you on your experience of the world and anything that you tell us about yourself.
Yeah. So
Bài nhẹ á.
and you know, every day when I go to work, when I have a plan to flight, in the morning when I go to my company, the first thing I brief with all crew about the safety and the procedure for service passenger, and I give them a brief with them about the attitude, how to serve a passenger the best way, and polite for passenger, and how to keep passengers when you serving very make for passenger happy, and the passenger can come back with the company many times. And after we finish the briefing procedure at the cabin crew division, we move to the airport and we go to the airplane, and then we receive the catering. We check the safety on the airplane, and after that we waiting for passenger boarding, and we waiting for the take off. And after take off, we serve. We give the service procedure for passenger, and after finish the service procedure, we take care of passenger during the flight. And if the normal flight, nothing special happen, the smooth flight is normal. But in case the flight have problem with passenger about health or the safety, for example, passenger have problem with their health, we must call the doctor in the airplane for help, or we do the first aid for passenger. Anything we learning from the training cabin crew division. And yes.
Good. Yeah, I think I think you must write how to your work, not principles, not theory, but in action your work real. You work the action. You work not principle, not principle. เขาทำอย่างไรเขาเขียนอย่างนั้นไม่ใช่เขียนตำราทั่วไป You write by the work your work. Sorry.
So
you write what you do.
From my understanding, when Dr. Om gave the initial instructions, so one part would be about her education and how she were enabled to become a purser. The second thing is about her family's spiritual beliefs. I mean, Tam comes from a very strong Buddhist family. So her parents and her family have really strong connections to the teachings of Buddha. So along those lines, that's what guided her to and her belief in Buddha, and that helped her to become what she is today. So that's our second chapter. The third chapter is her achievements in the airline and some examples of different situations where she had to make decisions and that on a plane, or make decisions on the ground is in relation to customer service and that. And I think one of the last chapters was how she and her family can help around the community with her work and with her family, helping the poorer people in the neighborhood. Like they have offerings that they give out at the big like we just had a big the Buddhist festival for remembering the dead in July. So they had a big offering. They gave rice out to the poor people. These are the examples which we will give in the writing.
Yeah.
Okay. But we haven't seen your paper yet, right?
No, we only just started writing the first chapter. So what we wrote in the first chapter, what Tam wrote is what we sent over. We're just doing bit by bit because she doesn't have the time to sit down and write. So anytime she's free, then I sit down with her and we write. It's just at the moment we've just done the first chapter. We're working on each chapter maybe once a week or once every 10 days because of her flight schedule.
I understand. Now that you understand the format and it's the format that we have sent to you and you follow the guideline. But
Yes.
one more thing that I would like to mention is that is the format itself. I understand that is a one file that's sent just before this. Dr. Thani, who advised on the qualitative thesis, thesis, quality or something, that he suggests, he advised that should follow that format.
Can I just then ask, do you want a written paper or do you want a PowerPoint at the end? I mean, it looks like the PowerPoint is a summary of everything in the written paper. Is that correct, Dr. Tani?
Yep. We assign students to present their thesis before graduate.
Yeah. So we will write a paper on your guidelines first. Then we will do a PowerPoint presentation to present to the board.
Yep. But,
yes.
I heard you say you have like a 3 chapter, but we assign 5 chapter. We only have done chapter 1 at the first point. We need to do it slowly and then send it across bit by bit as we go along. Okay, good.
When Pat sent us all the chapters that we have to write, there's 5 chapters, and each chapter has 3 to 5 pages, which we will try and accommodate into every instruction that the that the university have set. Once we've written chapter by chapter, we will send it across on the group so you can read it and advise. And then when we finish the whole chapter, the whole life story, then we will summarize into PowerPoint for presentation.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay, could I speak in Thai, Dr. Thani, to make sure that we understand at the same channel? เขาบอกว่าเขาจะเขียนเปเปอร์เป็นรูปแบบที่ไม่ใช่เป็นฟอร์แมตแต่ละหัวข้อแต่ว่าเป็นเปเปอร์1ชิ้นและทีนี้เนี่ยไอ้ PowerPoint ฟอร์แมตนั้นน่ะเขาบอกว่าเขาจะสรุปตามให้ทีหลังเป็นสรุปอีกทีนึงอย่างนี้ถูกต้องไหมคะ
เราต้องการเอกสารเนี่ยมากกว่า PowerPoint เนี่ยเป็นเพียงการสื่อสารความคิดเห็นเลยโดยไม่ต้อง PowerPoint ก็ได้อาจารย์ครับผม
โอเคเท่ากับว่าไอ้เปเปอร์นั้นไม่จำเป็นต้องเป็นหัวข้อตามรูปแบบที่ดร.ธานีแบบว่า suggest มาwe speak in a group and Dr. Thani suggests that because I just asked him for the confirmation, he said he followed the format is by subject and subject at similar in the same way as in the PowerPoint. But when we discuss now, it seems that doctors agree that you have the whole paper, right? And if you want to present, you summarize in the PowerPoint to do the presentation, then you have 2 pieces. One is a big paper, and second is a PowerPoint. One when do the presentation, right?
You maybe use
microphone. Josh, microphone. We can't hear you.
Sorry. The big paper will be about 20 pages in total. But then when we do the summary on the PowerPoint, it will be a lot shorter to present.
Yeah.
Because we can't put 20 pages of a whole life story to, we shorten it for the PowerPoint.
I think it's easy to read. Maybe to divide five chapter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's we understand what we have to do. So we will write the whole story and then we will put it onto a PowerPoint shortened version for the presentation.
If I can just say something, I'd had discussions with Tom and Josh earlier, and I had suggested that Tom, when she'd finished the first chapter, send it to you all simply for your input. It was just like the first chapter being sent to you to see that we were on the right track, that we were handling this appropriately, and hoping you could give us some feedback, because we were worried that we would do the whole 5 chapters and then it's wrong, or there's something not correct, or we're making mistakes. So that is why we only sent just the first chapter. We understand there are 5 chapters. The 1 chapter was sent to you simply in case we needed some guidance, or in case you thought this was not appropriate or could be improved, or that in general terms, yes, it is satisfactory. And that was the reason. So we apologize if it created any confusion. We are very much aware that we have to have 5 chapters, as you have outlined for us. Thank you.
Pat, we cannot hear you. Pat, microphone.
But if we read chapter by chapter, it's also okay for us, because we understand and follow your paper. But it's also okay for us to receive chapter by chapter, and at the end we have the whole chapter.
Good.
At
May I say
the end,
something?
sorry,
Hello?
at the end of everything, we will put it into one whole paper, like with 20 pages, and we will send it across, because there's still pictures and photos and that we will attach to the paper.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me say this. My advice, my idea, put it this way, my idea is that if I were Tam, I would write my success story first. Yeah, that's the key. So that would be, I think, chapter 5 or chapter 4. So you pick your success story and write about how you achieve, how you reach that success. Just draft up and send us this draft, maybe 2 or 3 pages, and then we can discuss in a meeting like this, and then we can all agree that this is the right success story. It's an acceptable success story. Then you can write other chapter, because to me, the success chapter is like a lead singer, and the other chapter is like a dancer around the singer. I look at it that way. So, but I would like the writing to be pictorial, and also maybe some interview by you through YouTube, and in order to present the final for examination for the degree, it could be put in the PowerPoint form, So that's my idea to do this. And let's try. Whatever way you do, there's no one best way, But let's start and then think about what is your success story that you would like to write about.
Okay, that sounds good. We will draft something and get across to you in the next week or so.
So, Josh, do you want to mention anything about the time frames?
No, it's Dr. Omis. It's not going to be able to be done by October as per your initial request, because of her flight schedules and that. So, anytime that she's free, like today, that's, the only time we can sit together and write. So, it's going to probably take, like you said, in the first quarter of next year, or graduate January, February next year. It's impossible for her to have everything ready by the 14th of October.
Okay, Josh, I think this is her timeline. When does she need the degree for her work continuation? That's her timeline. And we could meet that. We all work together to meet that. This is the message, the key deadline. I think that